What the hell? Oh my goodness, YouTube is not the day to mess with me, dude. Not the freaking day. But it's gonna do it anyway. Oh my god, I hate this now. Sorry guys, my YouTube is saying I'm not live, but the PlayStation is saying I am live. PlayStation is saying I am live. Okay, so YouTube has me live. Why am I not live on my mobile? There we go. I'll do the Discord link if anyone actually joins and cares. I'm not doing it right now. Alright. Welcome in, everybody. I'm a little bit annoyed with the gaming world right now because I've spent all week looking forward to playing the Battlefield beta, and I can't frickin' play the Battlefield beta. I'm really annoyed. I don't know if I'm even gonna buy it if I can't play it. There's no point in buying it. Truthfully. I've been looking forward to this all week. All damn week I've been sitting here edging and looking and itching and like, yeah, we're gonna play some Battlefield Saturday. I even made coffee this whole morning. Had planned on spending most of the day on Battlefield. Not gonna happen. Looks like a good transfer window, I think. We're going to try to go to Moho first and see what happens. Oh, wait. That is not the Moho transfer window. Yeah, I'm really not in a good mood about this. So whenever I try to log in to play, it keeps saying that I don't have... I need to update my EA password. So I went through all the trouble of getting into the EA account on the browser. And that took maybe a half hour, 45 minutes to figure that out. Because, I mean, who the hell logs into an EA anything when you're on console? And then I changed my password, updated all my information. And then It keeps saying that I need to update my password. So I submitted EA support tickets, nothing in 4 hours. And that really sucks. I was really looking forward to playing this Battlefield. And I mean, if I can't play the beta, am I going to be able to play the game if I buy the game? I'm not going to spend money on the game if I can't play the damn games anymore. We're going to need about 2,000. Should be ish what we need for this. So we'll just play Kerbal for now. I was even debating whether or not to pre-order the dang game. But again, I'm not going to waste money on a pre-order that I'm not going to get to play. So I'm pretty disappointed. A little bit upset. A little discouraged, not gonna lie. And of course, this is gonna mess with me now. Maybe I should just go to Jewel. I'm getting to the point with Kerbal where I'm starting to get frustrated enough where I don't know. what else to really do. I mean, they say that Eve is the hardest one, which I fully believe. I fully believe Eve is the hardest one. But then you have shit like this. So what happens if I had a maneuver here? Because I did read something somewhere that said you're supposed to treat a Moho landing more like a docking, I guess. So if we put ourselves into a super elliptical orbit, I don't know. I think we should just send it. I know normally I'm okay about talking my way through this and keeping you guys up to date on what's happening and talking about it. Like I said, I'm just extremely depressed with gaming right now. I had my heart set on something and my heart's broken. And it's not because of a system limitation, it's not because of anything else other than the fact that EA is stupid. Well, you can only link your account to one EA account in a lifetime. Okay, Karen. How the fuck am I supposed to fix that when I can't get access to that email that's 10 years old? Well, that's not our fault. You know, didn't say it was, but kind of stupid that I can't play your damn game because you keep telling me to link my account or to change my password or whatever, and I can't do that. Who cares? It's not like it matters. There's no freaking encounter anymore. And in all honesty, I think part of my frustration with Kerbal is just the fact that I don't understand why they don't have basic tools available. Like, trying to calculate a phase angle is worse than pulling teeth. It should just give you the phase angle, the appropriate phase angle. It's stupid that I can't. I don't understand how the hell I'm supposed to have 8,000 meters per second on the surface of Eve. Like, maybe with mods and stuff, but not with stock. Get rid of that. And once again, I'm not going to have the fucking Delta V to do this, so there's no point. I don't know why I even try. I don't know why I even bother with this crap. There's just not enough Delta V. I don't understand how you're supposed to get more Delta V. I should be able to get to Moho. Hold on. I'm already in Kerbin orbit. Moho. Yeah, how the fuck are you supposed to have 91,000 meters per second of Delta V aboard a ship? I think we should just deorbit these both and oh, neat. I learned a new button. Hey, welcome in, guys. Sorry if I'm not being optimistic today. Kind of reaching a low point in my gaming right now. Nothing wants to work. I've been looking forward to Battlefield 6 since they announced it, and now suddenly I can't fucking play it. I've been looking forward to trying to hit... For how long? Depends on how the wife stays at work. If she stays at work late, but she's talking about staying at work from till 8 p.m., then, well, probably about 4 hours. Because I'll have to cook dinner no matter what, so. Thanks for dropping in and hitting the like button, though. I appreciate you. I'm just pessimistically ranting. Actually, we need to do this just because. We'll scrape by. I ain't worried. But yeah, I've been having trouble with Kerbal. I don't understand how everybody gets to these places so easily. I can't get enough Delta V inside my rockets. I don't understand how you're supposed to have 8,000 meters per second when you land on the surface of Eve. I don't understand where that number comes from or how people get it. Like, no matter how I build a rocket, no matter what I try, no matter what I do, there's no way. So I'm kind of feeling stuck. I mean, I can get there, and I could probably descend, but I'm not coming back from it. Just wondering. How's your day going today, Broly? Yeah, I meant to do an actual video post yesterday, and like I said, nothing I've been trying has been working. I mean, I can go to the moon, Minmus, Duna, and Ike all day long. I could even go to Eve. But every tutorial that I watch on how to land and come back from Eve is modded, or DLCs at minimum. So I'm questioning honestly, the payload I don't mind because we finished the tech tree. The tech tree is completely done. So we could go with just minimal life support, you know, like literally. Hold on, let me land these, and I'll show you the two vessels that I have, the two most powerful things that I have in my arsenal. But I'm playing completely stock Kerbal with no DLCs, no mods on the PlayStation 5. And the most Delta V that I can squeeze into any rocket, like maybe 8,100 or just under 8,000. It's around 8,000 at the launch site. So sitting on the surface of Kerbin, I think that was my booster stage blown up. So sitting on the surface of Kerbin, you know what? I don't really need to save fuel here. So sitting on the surface of Kerbin, I have enough Delta V to get to Eve and to come back. And then I was like, well, what I'll do is I'll make a lander. That'd be a great idea. We'll make a lander, we'll tow it out to Eve, we'll throw it down in the surface, and then even my lander if I try to squeeze 10,000 or 8,000 meters per second of delta V into the lander, it turns into this massive machine that you can't even do anything with. It takes 10,000 delta V just to get it to Eve. I'm just bleeding off the extra fuel at the moment. Bro, I've tried every engine that's in the stock game. I've tried every combination. I've tried smaller engines, bigger engines. I've tried even doing the naughty clipping and clipping more fuel tanks into a smaller package. I can't grasp what I'm doing wrong. I've probably invested about 50 hours at this point trying to do different variations. And I think the most frustrating thing is that, let's say I spend an hour and a half building something, or an hour. Let's just say an hour for easier math. Why is my parachute's not staging? Oops, screwed that up. Everybody survived, though. I pushed the wrong button. That was my bad. Alright, let's go deorbit our second one. And then I'll show you what I've been cooking with. I'll show you what we have, what arsenal we have in the VAB. Yeah, see, even this one, we still have our transfer stage attached, and we have just under 3,000 meters per second. Now, the upper stage, it looks impressive, but that's a nuclear upper stage. So if I landed on Eve with a nuclear, I have 5 nuclear engines, and it gives me a good, healthy amount of delta V for transfers and stuff. But it's nuclear stage. Just not gonna cut it for trying to ascend from Eve. Oh yeah, this one's set up different. I really gotta come up with a standard setup for these things. So this is the jittery jet. Mark II, I want to say? Mark II or III. I don't remember. But the big difference between the jittery jet that you're seeing now and the Getsuga that you saw just a second ago is that the Getsuga is a purely chemical rocket. So it has only chemical engines attached. The jittery jet here has 5 nuclear engines for the upper stage. But I mean, it's really great for visiting places and, doing flybys, but not so much for doing landings and anything significant. Our Kerbals are having a great time. I'm just doing a speed descent because why not? Maybe I should have been way more careful with that. All is well. All the debris. Yeah, I know that was super sloppy, but all is well that ends well. As long as that doesn't fall on us, we should be alright. Yeah, exactly. If it works, it works. But I mean, you can see, at least in this one, I designed it to where this is the only thing that has to make it back in Kerbin's atmosphere. And I've had a couple of close calls where the very last minute amount of delta V that I had, I used to drop into a re-entry angle that was a little extreme, and we entered at like 7,000 meters per second. So I mean, she survives everything all the time. She's a rather robust one. All right, let's go check out the VAB, and I'll show you what I'm working with. Now, keep in mind the three things, the three handicaps that I have right now is A, I'm on PS5, which take that for what you will. B, no mods, no DLCs, straight vanilla. And C, A, B, C, yes, we alphabet. And C, I've only got 150 hours in the game total. So, I'm still not what I would consider a master. But, so here's the Getsuga Tensho, which you watched us deorbit that, kind of blow it up a little bit on the way. She has 7,487 meters per second on the launch pad with a thrust-to-weight ratio of 1.31 on Kerbin. Now, this is the Mark 10. The Mark 10 is actually a little bit downgraded from the Mark 8, because the Mark 10 uses SRBs. So, I forgot that the Mark 8 or the Mark 9, which one? Oh, it's the Mark 9, that's right. Or the Mark 8? Let's check the Mark 8. Yeah, the Mark 8, that's the one that's actually decent. So the Mark 8 uses asparagus staging. So it squeezes out a little bit more delta V than the Mark 10. Now, the reason that the Mark 8 is a little bit more advanced than the Mark 10 was because I couldn't figure out how to get asparagus staging to work for the longest time, which is why the Mark 10 has 6 SRPs instead of just 4 regular rockets. But you can see we have total of delta V is 9,892 on the launch pad, with a thrust-to-weight ratio of about 1.24. Burn time is 71 seconds, but it's asparagus staged, so those numbers are a little tweaked off. The overall weight of the vessel is 1,540 tons. And I mean, she's super powerful, especially if I do a strong ascent stage without too many mistakes. Aw, man, I have to go through and modify it again. I just realized we don't have any ladders, and this little thing right here sucks for trying to get Kerbals on and off. But yep, that's the Mark 802. It's the 802 because this one actually comes equipped with science. The regular Mark 8 does not have science equipped. It's just, this upper level right here is just for RCS fuel. But then we can go to the Jittery Jet, because this is all chemical rocket right here. Hold on, before I do that, so the Getsuga features 5 Mammoth engines for liftoff, and it has, I forget, hold on, the Skipper engine for its upper stage, which that honestly, the Skipper engine is just, it was just the last engine I was testing on it. That engine can be switched out and swapped without too much trouble. Because I think when this was in the lunar configuration, that was actually a swivel head for the moon, or for the Mun. So now, I will show you the Jittery Jet. Jittery Jet Mark 3, I think. So, the Jittery Jet Mark III is a similar launch system, but it has significantly less delta V. It usually works better if you put it on the ground. But instead of having chemical engines on the upper stage, it features the 5 Nerve atomic rocket motors. And then we drained out the oxidizer for the tanks. It has landing gear on it because the most recent mission we did went to Eve, and we landed it. We did successfully land it on the moon of Eve. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. I'm really bad at remembering names. But this is pretty much the best of what I've been able to design. And then the other idea that I had was I could take off this main parachute right here, and with this configuration, it doesn't need this many parachutes. I can take the main parachute off and throw on a docking port. And then I can show you one of the landers that I've been trying to make work. Yeah, this was one of the big ideas that I had. Complete failure. It blows up on launch. And even with adding everything, I didn't get any more Delta V out of the beast. Like, there's this design is completely pointless. Completely pointless, because my other design is more efficient. So that's into a craft and then get the craft all the way to Eve. Where's my land? Oh, yeah. So here's my lander system, which 1.20 thruster weight on launch, 10,649 meters per second worth of delta V. Oh yeah, this was a failure too. I'm questioning whether or not I even launched this one. Oh no, yeah, I've launched this one successfully. Pretty sure anyway. What problems did I have with this one? Honestly, I cannot remember the issue I had with this lander. I was testing... Oh, it was stability. The problem I have with this lander is that when I re-enter it... Because the only way to test it is either to fly it to Eve, or I do soft testing in Kerbin's atmosphere. Here, we can demonstrate real quick. Jebediah, you need an engineer. And just for sake of brevity, we would also take a scientist. Yeah, I was having problems with this because what's the point? I haven't even put science on it. And it was still not hardly viable. Now, I thought about just sticking science objects up and down the hull, but I'm concerned that they would get burned up on re-entry. But we'll launch this on a test launch. And I was like, if it can't survive entering Kerbin's atmosphere, it's not going to survive entering Eve's atmosphere. Screw it. I feel like something exploded. So the idea with this machine was we would put it up into Kerbin orbit and then have another craft tow it out to Eve. Bob does not look impressed with this machine. Jebediah is having a great time. Now we just ascend to the heavens. Stage that first stage. So hard to get this at 90 on the controller. If you guys have never played on controller, yeah. Yep, I know that much. It just gets super difficult to do that when it's like, well, you in order to have more fuel, that adds mass, and you add mass, which lowers your delta V. So you add more fuel, which adds more mass, and it's just a never-ending cycle. And I know I could probably work on my launch efficiencies too, but I don't do super bad. And we just keep going, going, going. Valhalla. Let's do it. Come on. One last staging event. Any second now, those engines will put out. Might as well do that because why not? Yeah, I messed up my ascent profile. I forgot that this is actually really sensitive to your ascent profile. But yeah, it actually can make it to orbit, I promise. I just messed up. I forgot with this, you want a super steep ascent profile. Hold on. You want to basically go straight up until about 40,000 meters. I usually do my gravity turn between 15 and 20,000 meters. And I completely forgot that you can't do that with this. You have to basically go straight up for a good long while. Old habits die hard. Once you get used to a certain profile, it's kind of hard to remember that certain crafts have different ones. Now we're picking up speed. Yeah, and you don't want to tip this over until you hit about 30K or 40K even. You want your apoapsis to be considerably higher before you start a gravity turn. Basically just bomb the KSP. My bad, guys. Gonna do it again. Heads up. It's so hard to keep that 90 degrees on the controller. I don't know if it's hard on PC. I imagine it's a little easier. Could be wrong though. Yeah. Now we gotta start that gravity turn a little bit more aggressive. Come on, bring it back. Thank you. Now we get a little bit more aggressive. Try to get that speedometer going up. That speedometer. But the reason I quit messing with this design was because its entry stability is so horrible. And it still doesn't have enough delta V officially because it's only got four, five, six, a little around 7,000 delta V. So even if I land this on Eve, I don't think it's going to take back off again. And I'm still not convinced I have nearly enough parachutes to actually land it on Eve. Oh yeah, I understand completely. And I've been working on getting my launch vectors better and all that. It's just it's really discouraging when it's like, well, all the tutorials that I watch and all the YouTubers that I watch are all 100% on PC. Okay, so we have to redo this real quick. This is no bueno. So first of all, everybody's on PC, which is still okay. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But the problem becomes that everybody is using mods to do all of their stuff. So it's like, I can't get mods even if I wanted to. And I don't want to buy the DLC if it's not going to benefit me to do so. Like, yeah, I want to buy the DLC just to have the extra parts and to play around with the parts. But I can't imagine they would design the game where you can't do all of the main game things without the DLC. I would imagine that it is more than possible to do everything in the main part of the game on stock Kerbal. There we go. Now, the idea would be that we bring up another ship and dock it to this one and refuel these tanks. The other thing that would have to change, I think, would be more parachutes, because there's significantly more weight than just a lander. Let me see what you got. Yeah, you're not wrong. So, I don't remember what I have. Oh yeah, I have 2 vectors. I have 4 reliance and a swivel. So, if I could get this down, if I could get this to safely get to the surface of Eve, it might be able to take off again successfully. But that's a big might, though. But now, like I said, the other problem I have is I would love to be able to use the cheat menu to teleport this to Eve and see how it would do on an atmospheric descent. Because it does not do great on a Kerbin ascent, or Kerbin descent. So now, if I was to go through the whole process, I would launch another rocket to rendezvous with this bad boy and completely top off the tanks. It might take 2 launches, but completely top off the tanks. And then I would send up another vehicle as a transfer stage to hook into it and take it to Eve and drop it off. But now, if I do this, let's inflate the heat shield. Oh, shit, I shouldn't have done that. Shit. I forgot I gotta start my descent first. Yeah, shit. You know what? Whatever. I know it's curving. It'll work. There we go. So yeah, I have about 5,000 meters per second as it sits. So I think if I refilled all the tanks, it should have a hefty amount, like 7,000 and some change, a little under 8,000. I can turn the lights on for the Kerbals. All right, Broly, thanks for dropping in, man. Yeah, this thing's got great thruster, you know. Yeah, it doesn't have anything set up. The hell? Uh, so we'll do that. Might as well. I wonder why it's being so weird. It's rocking back and forth for some reason. Oh, no. Well, you done did it now. Hello there, beautiful. Are you all done playing? Okay. The boys are coming inside too. You can have your tablet if you'd like. Unplug it very carefully. Yeah, you can go talk to Mimi. Yeah. I don't. I think I don't know why I decided to put a staging system right there, a decoupler. I knew I have a reason for it. I just don't remember the reason for it.
I'll tell you right now, okay? Okay.
Oh, you need me to help fix? Okay, wait. I just gotta fix her camera for her.
When the boiler came in and died, I gave them nothing to live with.
Okay. Now, the other thing I thought of is what if I put another docking port here, and I could theoretically take this up and refuel it, or take it up and attach it to another rocket system for landing and stuff. Nova, here you go, baby.
How long have we been up there?
Like 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, so we beat a world record.
Maybe by a little bit.
Yeah. You want to talk to me? Want to talk to me? I'm going to give it to me.
No, this is the first time I've tested this parachute system. Should be more than enough, honestly, for this. Good.
I'm giving what you need.
Yeah. So for just the capsule and the command structure, at least on Kerbin, this is more than fine. And I think Eve, well, I wouldn't be doing this on Eve. Like, this landing system would be strictly to get the Kerbals back to Kerbin.
Can you give me a moment?
But again, I can only test this in Kerbin's atmosphere. I can't teleport to Eve and double check and make sure everything works. Hi! I'm doing okay. Oh yeah, you should see them when they make their make-believe YouTube videos. Yeah, if I had a PC, I would definitely get better time warp, Kerbal Engineer. All the fun stuff. But I think what we should do is, oh, come on. First of all, yeah, we have plenty of money, I think. I can always get money. We have contracts on standby that are easy to do. But I think what we should do is go up here. We should get rid of these. Put on some of these. Okay. Put on some of these. Where's the, there it is. Put on some of these. Because if we can... Alright. truthfully, that should be a good amount to slow it down. Because Eve's atmosphere is thicker. So, what else did we need to do on this? Should be it. But yeah, it has tons of Delta V. Truth be told, this lander should be a good candidate to go to Eve safely. You know what? We're gonna try it. I mean, we won't know until we try, and we can't make changes until we try. I'm just nervous about the number of parachutes. You guys think we should add a little bit more? Like... there, maybe? Because, I mean, this is going to be super, super duper heavy. And then the other thing I want to know is where is... Alright, so that stage is up here. What are you doing, baby doll? What? Oh, go talk to your Mimi. Oh, is that what you're doing? Apollo's just being a nerd and doing rocket science. So this is up here. What's this? Radio decoupler. So that should do that. Do these? Oh, they're probably fine. So, I think for the first step of this, I think we're just going to send it. We're just going to do this. We can be depressed all the time. We ain't got time for that nonsense. Yeah, you got lots of pictures.
I do.
You do. Alright. Let's see how she does. There's nothing to do but to do it. We can whine and cry and bellyache about it all day, but that's not going to change our situation. The only thing that we can do to change our situation is to gather data. So for our first stage of this mission, we'll get the lander back up into orbit. Stop bouncing. something just blew up inside the capsule. Well, that was a bad idea. Yeah, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. I hate that you can't see inside of it, like, the way you can. I understand. I'm not complaining or saying that you should be able to, but it kind of sucks that you can't see inside of it like you can in the VAB. Stage one. Now we just keep going up and up and up and up. I love it that we bombed the KSP, the Kerbal Space Center. We bombed it. Essentially, is what we're doing. We're dropping bombs on it. I do wonder if I add parachutes to this, would it? If I added parachutes to those booster stages, he makes stuff at work. But you're gonna go to school soon. Sorry, I'm being more quiet, guys. The daughter's on the phone with her grandma. Dropping bombs. But yeah, what I was saying is, I wonder if I throw a couple of parachutes on those external fuel tanks, if I could recover. Whoops. might as well do that. Now what I want to try to do is maximize my efficiency. So we're going to go right to the apoapsis. Right about there. And that's okay that we're going to have to use our lander fuel, because what we'll do is we'll send up a refueling mission. I think what we'll do is we'll send up a refueling mission, refuel it completely, and see where we sit. Because I think, you know what we should have done is we should have added another, no, that wouldn't matter. That wouldn't matter so much. I don't think it would matter so much. Because we really don't have a way, because I was thinking maybe if we put it some kind of docking port on the rear end, we could have a refuel mission, because the Jittery Jet and the Getsuga Mark 8 has a really powerful lower stage that can achieve orbit. Well, that's not good. Fuck me. Well, that's not good anyway. Because I don't think we can descend into Eve's atmosphere without that heat shield, and I accidentally staged it and blew it up. So we get to do it again. We get to do it again and again and again, and actually, I accidentally messed that up and burned a little bit of fuel that we can't afford to lose. You know, everybody did say that Eve is the hardest mission to do. am pretty proud of this asparagus stage. It took me a long time to get it to work. Welcome in, everybody. If you're coming in for the very first time, I appreciate it. Do me a solid favor. Help these Kerbals out and hit the like button. Every like saves a Kerbal. Even though I don't think we've actually killed any Kerbals officially. Unofficially, we've had... If I didn't have reverts and quick saves, we would probably have quite a bit of death happening in this game. We probably wouldn't have any Kerbals left, to be truthful. Now, in all fairness, I do think this is the heaviest payload I've ever lifted at once. Now we just need to pick up that speed. Oh, we should probably use this extra time. So... parachutes can all go up here, right? We don't need any parachutes activated down. It's kind of a silly thing to do. Now, that stage is... So that stages, and then those go off. These can all go up here, because that won't happen until we stage that, which shouldn't happen for quite a while. And actually, this should all go opposite for safety. And it should be the safest staging I can get. There we go. Welcome in, one and all. We can't play Battlefield, so we're playing some Kerbal Space Program on PS5. It's a beautiful, frustrating game. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to put this lander in orbit, and then we're going to send a couple of missions to get ready. Why is it so wobbly? Concerning. I think the decouplers are too far back. I think that's the issue that's going on here. That might be a huge problem later. I think those decouplers need to get moved up here. I think that, or at the very least, we need to put some struts to help hold this together. That's probably going to become a problem, so I hate to do it. I really do. But I think it would be better to revert back to the vehicle assembly bay and fix that. Just because if we're having that much problems, it's probably going to become an issue on Eve. Stupid cords. I'm so torn. I'm so torn. Because I think the smarter move would be to revert back to the vehicle assembly and fix that problem. It could be as simple as putting struts from here to here, and then from here to here. It could be that simple. You know what? Let's be smart, because once we get to Eve, if something happens, we're just going to have to do it anyway. And we have so much mission to do still. So let's take this. We can click this. don't want four-way symmetry, jackass. Oh my god, I hate this. Alright, it's fine, I'll fix it. Mother of God. Should work. That should be better. All right. Not what I wanted to do. I want to do this. Because I'm curious to know if it would be better just to take that off completely and do that. Should be okay now. But I'm also curious to know, did I ever check this? We might pull those down a wee bit more. What the hell? Or not, apparently. There. That should put the landing gear low enough. Alright, is everything... I think that should be just about everything. We have the docking port. We have the air brakes, which should help us stay right side up on re-entry. We have our asparagus staging, which should keep the main booster fueled. Alright, let's light this candle one last time. It's no Battlefield, but I love me some Kerbal. understand why it bounces. It should be on the ground, right? I love how Jebediah is the only one smiling. The scientist and the engineer who know better are like, this is a bad idea. Jebediah is like, full send, let's go. Should be running out of fuel on that first drop right about now. Rotation. Prepare for that gravity turn. And we've just bombed the Kerbal Space Center. Okay. They should be used to it by now. What the hell? What the hell just happened? The staging shouldn't have been off. We didn't change the staging. Ugh. This is what takes me so long to do any freaking thing in this game. What the hell is happening? Stage 1 went fine. They all look fine. What the hell went wrong? So confused as to what went wrong. It's 2 stages, 4 rockets. 2 stages, 4 rockets. 2 stages, 4 rockets. Stage 2. And we have 2 successful bombing runs. remember to keep our ascent angle relatively steep. Alright, I think we're in a better position now. What's up, Boobas? Oh no, are you gonna make it? Hello, sir.
Daddy,
What?
look. Face like this. Now look at that.
Whoa.
It's magic. I'm magic too.
On the 18th, I think. I have to double check. We fixed all these parachute issues.
Daddy, look.
God, why? Ugh. I thought I fixed all the staging. You guys, I'm so sorry that we're doing the same frickin' launch over and over again. It's starting to really piss me off. You guys, quit getting loud, please. I like the orange one better, honestly. Alright. So, we lose the fairing. After the fairing, we lose the stage. All the parachutes can go. You guys, quit getting loud! Thank you! My goodness, how many times do I have to ask? Let's put these up here for now. This should be up here. Like, all the way up here. This down here. This down here. Come on, you jackass. This down here. What are you? What are you? Where are you at? Of course, I can't see it. So, which one are you? So, these are those ones. Okay. So, let's put all these staging events up here so they're safe. Because we don't want none of those staging events to go off. Where are you at? Here. So that's top, bottom, and two sides. Okay. So after that staging event, let's add a stage here, put you guys down here. You can move this up to here. Something else I want to see about trying. Ouch. Oh my god, you're gonna make me do this the hard way. Okay, fine. Just do that for now. Is there a shorter option here? There does not appear to be. Yeah, there is. Oh wait, that's the one that we already have. Why are you being this difficult? Thank you. What? Oh, bless it. All right. What do we got? Okay. So this one has to go up here. This one has to go up here. So, wait. So, once those two are gone, then it's this one. And that one. And then this one goes here. And last but not least, this one goes up here as well. My goodness. Now let's see if we can build a fairing. All right. We're not clipping in anywhere. I think we might be good to go this time. My goodness, this has been a process. If you guys are just dropping in for the very first time, I am so sorry. I am not a master of this game by any means. Why are you guys sitting at the table? Oh, that's fair. All right. One more again. One more again. Man, my wife's not standing. I wonder if those parachutes are going to stop them from exploding. Let's do a little bit of rotation in preparation for gravity turn. we'll start our gravity turn. Nice and gentle. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. We're not going to lose our patience. Not right this second. In a little bit. Okay. And staging event coming up in 3, 2, 1, 0. Once we hit 80,000, we can do this event. That clamshell deploy is so satisfying. Actually, there was something I wanted to look at, and I keep forgetting. Controls. If you guys give me just a few minutes, I'll get you something to snack. If you're inside, I will. I'm not going to yell outside for you. If you just wait a few minutes, Riley, you can have your snack. So why don't you just wait a few minutes instead of going outside? Wait for your snacky. Okay. Come on, we just need to get that order. We might be okay. That stage up. Come on, baby, burn. Get that orbit. Looks like we did fix that wobble. A little bit. I wonder where that wobble's coming from. Man, that wobble is insane. I don't understand where that wobble's actually coming from. I bet you something's not lined up properly. Just don't quite know where. But we were able to get it into orbit. Five likes, wow. Oh yeah, thank you guys so much. I don't know who's all still here, but I appreciate it. If you didn't know, leaving a like is completely anonymous. If you don't want me to know you're there, 100% okay with that. I still love you. But if you do want me to know you're there, what you can do is leave a comment down below and say, hey, and I will thank you properly. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Space Center. We're just, oh, crapola. You know what we need to do, because I left the lights on, is deploy the solar panels. So that way we don't run the battery out. But the good thing is that has an insanely oversized battery. But what I do want to do is get the refueling flight up and running. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to open a craft. And we're going to go launch a Getsuga. A little bit cheaper. Let's see what this one has to offer. This is the Mark 8. We might even be able to go cheaper. Let's go Mark 7. Because all this is going to do is go up and refuel that. No, we don't want the Mark 7. What about the Jittery Jet? The Jittery Jet would be a good candidate. $480. You know what? This can just get deleted. That is a completely failed abomination. Gotta do is take this off. I'm glad we seen that before we did that. That would have been bad. So, yeah. That should be more than enough. So, save craft. Who do we have on deck? I mean, there's no reason not to send him. All right. I think it's going to be about time to shut the stream down. Let me see, how many hours have we been on? Holy crap. It's only been about 2 hours. But, oh my goodness, I need to get the kids a snack before I gotta go get the wife from work. Because if they don't eat every hour or two, they'll waste away. I just like the orange ones much better. It looks so cool. Let's launch this bad boy and then I'll end the stream. I'll get them a snack. Or I can make them wait. I mean, it's only going to be, well, it's not going to be a long dinner tonight. I'm making rice and sausage with mixed vegetables. I was going to make pizzas, but we don't have any pizza sauce. Hold on, I should text the wife that. I am going to go ahead, double check. Double check. The Jittery Jet is considerably easier to fly and take off. I know it's not a popular thing, but the way that I launch this craft, the only reason that it's like a successful vehicle is because I can get a considerable amount of altitude just off of the SRBs alone. I don't even fire the main stage for quite a while. Looks like I could honestly turn the thrust limiter way down. But too late for that. But you can see, with the current configuration, I can get up to almost 100 kilometers before I even fire my main engine. So, I mean, I have almost 3,000 meters per second to circularize. And then I'll drain all the rest of the fuel into the lander, and then we'll bring her back down. We'll just repeat this process. Now, I think the next one will launch the big jittery jet, though. Damn it. All that. But you can see that even with the SRBs, this one does just fine getting into an orbit. Although I got to admit, the asparagus staging does give us a lot more delta V overall. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the other jittery jet. This one was supposed to be cheaper, but I just realized we're not going to have a whole lot of fuel left to refuel lander. So, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you so much for coming in. I got to get the kids fed before they waste away. Open craft. What's the Mark III look like? Yeah, the Mark III is a better option for what we're doing here. I should have just went with the Mark III first, but I was trying to be cheap. So what we'll do is we'll launch this bad boy. Who's in the cockpit? Same deal, same deal. We'll launch this jittery jet, and you'll see why in a second. You'll see why I did this. But as soon as we get this bad boy into orbit, I'm going to cut the stream off. I was really hoping to play Battlefield this weekend. It just did not happen, unfortunately. EA is stupid. But yeah, this jittery jet is actually equipped in asparagus staging style. So we end up having more fuel left over at the end of it. But I just realized this does not have the Sepatrons, which may turn out to be a bad move. Fail me now. Jittery Jet. By the way, if you guys look up Jittery Jet on YouTube, you can go check out his YouTube channel. He actually does smart people things like scripts and stuff. Like things that I'm not capable of doing even if I had a PC. Yeah, that's why we put Sepatrons on it. Ah, fit. I mean, whatever. Unfortunate, but I gotta go, guys. So, thank you so much for joining me on this little rage adventure. We'll get to Eve and Moho eventually. I mean, all honesty, instead of the Jittery Jet for this mission, I know with the Mark 802. Can't remember which one's actually equipped with the Sepatrons and staging and everything's good. It's the Mark 10. Yeah, the Mark 10 is still just SRBs. Which again, it's not a horrible system, but for the mission at hand, the goal is to have as much fuel as possible. And that one doesn't have Sepatrons. And it's still equipped with a mainsail. Good lord, outdated much. Alright, guys. I gotta go for real, though. What I'll do is, I will work on getting the mission set up. I'll get the lander refueled. I'll get a transfer stage set up, and then I'll probably do a recording, or I'll just go live tomorrow for the actual mission itself. So the goal is going to be to either hit Moho, or we're going to hit Eve. One of the two. Either one would be super acceptable in my opinion. Yeah, we can get rid of all this crap. Oh yeah, we can get rid of all of this. That's all weight reduction waiting to happen. There is no godly reason for any of this. Yep. Alright. So, thank you guys so much for dropping in. I do appreciate it. I hope to see you in the next one. But until then... I'll see you in the next one.